Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20, and welcome to episode 25 of Direwolf20's Let's Play series of FTB Skies Expert Mode. Came up with a cool solution I wanted to show you guys. I think this will work. Let's see if I'm right. So what I did is I set the pressure chamber interface to have redstone require high signal. So basically this thing shouldn't be allowed to run. Am I right about that? So then if I, for example, were to throw 10 iron in here, they should all go in, but like the door doesn't open, right? So why did you guys decide to go in? Not supposed to work. Interesting. But this part doesn't open unless I hit the redstone button. Well, I thought that was going to work. This one, same deal. I hit the button, and now it's allowed out. So, like, the point being is that I can wait for things to finish crafting before letting them out. And in theory, I was going to, like, wait for... I wonder if it's, like, emitting a redstone. There must be something that it's doing that's, like, emitting a redstone signal somehow. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why that's being weird. But anyway, point being is I now have enough pressure built up, which is cool, to do what we need to do. And you guys are probably just broken, but that's okay. Something I did between episodes, which I thought you guys might enjoy. You guys should be good, right? So I basically ran more stuff to my water wheels and whatnot so that I could bump this guy up to max speed. So if you look now, he's actually capped out at 256 RPM. And that's great. And now we're producing 20 milliliters per tick of air rather than 10 milliliters. So definitely turns out that doubling the speed of this yields double this. That's cool. And now I should be able to make my pressure gauge, right? So it should be as simple as getting some gold times 4 and some pressure, right? So that should be cool. So you do that. That's cool. Obviously, attaching that then gums up this whole process. So what I should probably do... If I do that for now, that'll gum up that because he's too slow now, but that's okay. I'll come up with, like, some cool stuff here in a minute. But yes, the short and the long of it is, hey, we've got compressed iron plates now. Woohoo! Now, I definitely got, like, a quest complete for having... So let's see. I saw something about getting... No, actually, I don't know if I did get a quest complete. I got a advancement for getting pressure, right? But not... Yeah, there we go. And now you're running and you're cool. Sweet. That's great. Okay, so eventually what I'll do is I will basically... this will be like a dedicated line. We'll be moving away from the water wheels and more towards automating the biodiesel and ethanol and vegetable oil and all that stuff. That's the plan, at least. See what we can come up with. Cool. That said, now I should be able to make this guy. Woohoo! And this guy. Double woohoo. Nice. Okay. And then you'll emit a redstone signal this way. Right. And oh, we're out of cobblestone. Well, not really, but sort of. This whole thing is not connected up to stuff, so it's not easy to access. All right, I have not at all tested whether or not this is like the right distance. It feels too long to me, just my gut, but we'll find out, right? So if you're emitting a redstone signal of 4, right, this guy, he is 2 times the pressure, right? So 0.5 would be a redstone signal of 1. 2.5 would be a redstone signal of 5. 4.5, which is probably about where I want to be, would be a redstone signal of 9. Yes? Am I right about that? I think so, right? So 4.5 would be a redstone signal of 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Really close. Might be a little tight. I bet if I moved you and put you here, that would be cooler, right? I don't know if when the redstone signal gets here, if it'll be a problem or not, but we'll find out, right? So let's see, lever. No, what's that create lever? There we go, analog lever. Yeah, that's what's up. So at 8, it stops things. So actually, I think where it was actually the appropriate place for it. Cool. And then I'm a stick, you're a stick. When you get a redstone strength of 9, that would shut things down. Cool? How cool is that? I think that's cool. All right, and then if I wanted to, I can still apply a manual lever to shut things down if I want to as well. So I think that all works pretty well. So now this thing will automatically turn off, preventing any explosions, which will be nice. Our next major task then will be the thermal-pneumatic processing plant. So for that, we're going to definitely need a little bit more of these dudes. What I think I'm going to do... what I might wind up doing is something like this. I'm going to bump you out to there. I'm going to remove this. I'm going to remove this. I'm going to put the gearbox there-ish. Hey. There. The wrong rotational direction? It shouldn't be. Oh, you know, it might be. Yeah, no, that makes sense. There we go. And that should be cool now, right? And then what I could put is a clutch. On this dude, right? With a lever. Cool. Now that'll gum up all the works over there, but it'll let this work. Cool. And then I can do that. Does that work? I think that works. I think that's pretty worky. Seems pretty worky. Okay. Looks good for now, at least. Yeah. Alright, so that builds up pressure. Now we've got those guys. Now we can make our thermopneumatic processing plant, courtesy of the things, right? Squish. Something said squish. Oh, you need iron plates for that? Hello. Bye. Alright, so now the only things we need left are heavy engineering block and machine frame. So heavy engineering block is going to need overcharged iron. Oh, that's a thing we're going to have to get. Yes, sir, it is. So we're going to need some steel plates and some steel mechanical components, which is more steel plates. Not terrible, though. How are we for steel? Not great. We should probably cook up a little bit more steel, is what I'm thinking. What I'll do is... How's my iron doing? Am I really that low on iron? I guess I am. I thought I had more, but whatever. I can either sieve for iron or do that process for iron. It doesn't matter. Sieving is just like more generic-y, right? So we'll just get like a stack of steel, right? It'll take a minute, but get there. How are you guys doing? Wow, you guys are all full. That is cool. Look at all this fullness. That's awesome. Do I have any extra jars laying around? I do. I have a couple jars. No reason not to put them here, right? And then they'll continue to get full. And then over here, I'll just snag myself a little bit more iron, which, as a reminder, is zombie flesh. And source gems. 2 of each yields a stack of iron, right? So, you know, keep that in mind. So while I'm waiting for that stuff, let's talk about the basic energizer. When provided with electricity and rotation, the energizer will energize items and depots on the belts under it. Okay. So it just needs, like, power plus... Okay. So just RF. That's cool. And charges it up. Okay, that's cool. So an overcharged iron is, you know, not too bad. Just compressed iron ingot, which we just got a bunch of. Plus, that's that. Okay, so basic energizer is actually extremely easy to make. That does not look bad at all, right? Lightning rod, basic energizer, good to go. Now all we need to do is basically give it rotational energy and, like, we're cool, right? I bet if I did this... Oh, that's a lot. Overstressed. Yep, that's fair. That's fair. Are you done? You seem done. Cool. And my iron should be done. Nice. Okay, so what if we whacked that, and then we did this? That's no longer overstressed. So he's spinning, so that's cool. So now we just need some kind of power thing, right? So we could do another peat generator. Should we just make a peat generator? I feel like that's probably a cool idea. So you just need a couple observers. And then you. And then you. Okay. And then you. And then you. Right? And we stick our peat generator up here. And then I think we've got some extra enriched peat we can borrow. I don't know how much this is going to need, but is that cool? Seems cool. And I assume that you won't draw energy out of here unless you need to, and that works, right? Like you're building up and we're not wasting, and that's all good. Works for me. And then just throw a compressed dude on here. Oh, look at that. It's doing the lasery thing. I love lasers. Do you know that about me? Look at it go. That's cool. I should probably, like, clean this giant mess up at some point, now that I've got, like, better access to things. Hey, overcharged iron. Achievement get. Okay. Let's get a few of them. And then while we're looking at them, anything specifically cool I can do with that? Basic motor extension. One place behind a motor. Basic motor. Also makes magnetite block. It's interesting. Oh my, what is this? Pondering about generating electricity. Oh my goodness. Look at all this. When rotated, generator coils will generate electricity as long as they are surrounded by magnets. Oh my, that is cool. That's neat looking, isn't it? Sweet. I like it. That's cool. So I'm assuming you'll either all convert or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll let that sit there. Clearly he's net gaining on power, so we're doing good on power gen for this. It's probably just the rotational speed could be better is all. We'll let it go. But that's neat. So what's a basic motor? That needs a magnetite block too. And what's this guy? Generates 512 stress units. Okay, that looks like it's just like give it power, generate stress units. Yeah, that's cool. However, the amount of SU outputs will stay the same. Got it. Okay. Oh, cool. Empowering with redstone can disable it. Sweet. Now, it doesn't look like it can inline multiples, so it doesn't look like we can use this to generate a whole bunch of power. This is probably like, I want to generate a little bit, right? Motor. So yeah, I get the impression like if you want to do 2048, you're going to need the strong motor, which is not out of reach for me at the moment. Reinforced motor? Overcharged diamond? Yeah, doable, but once I get access to diamonds, that will be easier. Oh, and we get 2 of those. And it's 8192 stress units. That's cool. That's cool. So, like, yeah. How much, does it tell you, like, how much RF per ticket uses? I don't know. We'll find out at some point. But this is actually really cool. That's actually, like, we should try that. Shouldn't we try this? Because, I mean, like, I don't see why we wouldn't try this right now, yeah? All I really need is this. And this, and I can make a strong motor. I feel like that's a good idea. Alright, you guys keep doing that. You're doing your thing. What I'm going to do is just stick you there. Oh my goodness, look at you go. You don't seem capable of powering both. Using 124 energy per tick, I'm guessing? And how much are you producing? You produce 80. So 2 heat generators could handle this. That's cool. I was just curious, like, what was involved in how this works. Because we could do cool things with this once we get better RF power gen. Right? That's neat. That's super neat. Okay. Good to know. So now that we've got the overcharged iron, we should be good to get the heavy engineering block. And for that, we need some steel dudes. I should really clean this whole mess up. Like, I could easily turn that into something far less goofy if I just did the rotational speed controller thing like I did elsewhere. But, yeah, we'll get there. Because, I could easily make more of these. Yeah, definitely. But right now I'm progressing, so give me a minute. So I'm going to need you. Oh my, we need actually a lot of you, right? Because for heavy engineering blocks, we're going to need 4 sets of these. So we actually need more steel. We actually have some more steel. So I can get 2, but we're going to need definitely more. Okay. And then we're going to need steel sheet metal, which is going to be 4 more. So you guys make this. You guys do this. Steel plate, immersive engineering. What? Isn't that what I just made? Forge plate steel? Isn't that what I just made? Am I crazy? Didn't I just make that? Or did I make compressed? I might have made compressed. Yeah, I made compressed iron plates by mistake. My bad. I was gonna say, what did I do wrong there? Well, barely a lot. Alright, but luckily this gets me 4 heavy engineering blocks, okay? Which is part of the way to making this, but now I just need my machine frame. And for that, we're gonna need our mechanical crafters. In a 3x3 pattern, okay? So for that guy, what I think we're gonna wanna do, if I'm not mistaken, let's do this. Is that cool? Okay, so I'm gonna pause you for a sec. Actually, I'm gonna turn you off, turn you on. That locked everybody up. And why are we locked up exactly? Because you should be. Oh, right, because I left this. Nope, that's not the right answer. It's because I left this. Right, now everybody's happy, and we should be producing air pressure again, which has been off this whole time. The good news is I don't think air pressure ever, like, stops, right? So, or, like, dissipates, unless you open and close the things. Like, it's pretty good about staying in place. So now you should be set to do your thing. Hopefully you're rotationally cool. Yeah, you may not be, but if I do this, you should be rotationally cool. And this, that's cool. And out of curiosity, if I put you back, oh, you're actually fine. Sweet. Perfect. Okay. So then it's a simple matter of 4 compressed iron. So I need you, and then I'm going to need some light engineering blocks, because we've apparently run low on them. So that won't be too bad. So I'm just going to need 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need 16, 20 iron plates. Just go with 32. And we'll be back when we're done. Alright, so let's see. What I want to put together now is going to look like this. So that's going to be compressed iron on the sides, right? So compressed iron on the sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oop. Loop B. Come here, Loop B. Come to me, my friend. Come here. Psst, psst. Come here. Hey, get over here. Come on. Come on. What was that? What just... Where does it go? Look, it's like zooming away. What are you doing? How is that a thing that happens? Well, luckily, he's kind of behaving himself. I'm guessing he's dropping these things. Okay, so then you come with me. You're in here. Come on, Loot B. Thank you. Okay, and this is your home now. Enjoy. Hey, look at all the honeycomb I'm getting. Woohoo! Good thing I set that up a few episodes ago and completely forgot about it. Yeah, that's how I roll. Sweet. Slag, steel, good to go. Alright, back to what I was doing, because I was doing stuff. So, compressed iron ingots, check. And then you two go on the sides. And then you go on the top. And then you go on the bottom. And then all I should need is one more of these guys, which I always, you know, don't have enough of. But I think I have the resources to make because I made extra iron plates, didn't I? Yes, I did. Thank you, Direwolf. Awesome. Dum dum. Is there a thermal chapter? I would imagine there is, right? Yeah. What do I get for making this? All kinds of good stuff. Huzzah! Dun 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 dun! Quest completed! Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Alright. Looking good. And I got a bunch of these from Loot B's, remember? And now I have access to, like, all kinds of thermally stuff, which is great. But the reason I was making this was to make the thermopneumatic processing plant, which I can now make, and that is cool. Boom. Boom! That's what's up. That is so what's up. And how are we doing over here on pressure? 3.43? Alright, cool. And then I was making more andesite. Alloys. Boop and boop. So you get to mix in. I'm looking forward to the point where I don't need to repair these things anymore. It's not a bad mechanic. I do like it in like a expert mode kind of pack mechanic. Like, it's cool, right? Like, I don't have any problems doing it. But I'm definitely looking forward to not having to do it anymore. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so you guys are all good now. Boop, 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 and boop. Sweet. So now that I've got the thermopneumatic processing plant, that is cool. So biodiesel can be made in the fluid mixer. That's also on my to-do. Vegetable oil is made in the thermopneumatic processing plant, and ethanol is made in the thermopneumatic processing plant with yeast. We should figure out yeast because, like, it's saying do mushrooms, which I'm sure I could, like, come up with mushroom things to do. I think that should be hard, right? And then you need some degree of temperatureness. But I wonder if the yeast in-world processing works. So we're going to have to test that as well. So this thing doesn't actually need heat, or it doesn't actually need pressure to make this stuff. He will need pressure to make his biodiesel, though. Okay. The vegetable oil also will need pressure. But then we need the fluid mixer to make the stuff. So we should probably think about making that fluid mixer first and foremost. So that's going to need a bunch of stuff that I've already crafted, with the exception of maybe this, but that's easy. So how about I come back after I make it all? Does that sound cool? You guys don't want to watch me make that, right? I think you got the gist. Yeah, so let's come back. All right, so check it out. I've made my thermopneumatic processing plant and my fluid mixer, and discovered a few things while I was playing around with them, right? So number one, the thermopneumatic processing plant. We can heat this using blaze burners. So that's going to probably be the way that we need to, like, generate heat for a bit. So if we take a look at this, you'll see the blaze burner. That looked to me like the best and most reliable way to heat things, for now at least, without having to use pressure, which I think is probably good. I do need to pressurize some things, so I don't know how much pressure I'm going to lose when I do this. I'm not looking forward to having to do it, but that wasn't so bad, right? If you're quick, you don't lose a lot of pressure, and it goes pretty well. So yeah, now we're cool. We're cool. And now you've got pressure building up. Sweet. Cool. And so do you. Excellent. Which means that's cool. So between episodes, or between the cut here, I definitely did throw a couple mushrooms into this thing and get some yeast culture. Now we're going to need a lot of mushrooms. We're going to need a lot of water. I'm thinking the spores recreator, I'm told, is a good way to go for industrial foregoing. This doesn't look bad. We just need to get into a little bit of latex, which is probably doable, right? Probably doable. And if I look at my quests, we can see fluid extractor and latex is like one of the things I should be working on pretty soon. So that's probably what's going to go on next episode. Once we get the spores recreator, then we can have lots of mushrooms to make lots of yeast culture. Because that in-world transitional thing I tested and it does not work. So fluid mixer is done. We should be cool there. So we should be able to get vegetable oil. Remember, it's far more efficient with the thermopneumatic processing, right? We get 50 millibuckets. So if I got, you know, let's say 20 seeds and threw that in there, that's pretty cool, right? Okay, not too shabby. And then we can get our vegetable oil. Sweet. And then ethanol, I can do yeast culture to ethanol directly. We just need some sugar. Okay. And I feel like I can automate this whole process with Create, right? Because if we look at all the things we need to get now, biodiesel, we really just need vegetable oil and ethanol, right? Vegetable oil and ethanol. Ethanol is going to be yeast culture, which needs mushrooms, which we're going to make in the spore recreator, and water, which is infinite. This needs sugar, which we can do sugarcane. There's other things, but I think sugar or poisonous potatoes or apples are your best approach, right? So I'll go sugar, because sugarcane easy, right? So that's number 2. And then vegetable oil is just going to be seeds and or Demon's Dream, or any crops, right? So literally just set up like a wheat farm, and both the wheat and the seeds go towards making vegetable oil. Is that cool? And then we can use that whole system to generate all the ethanol we'll need and all the biodiesel we need. And the biodiesel, from my understanding, is going to be a big part of how we generate rotational energy and power, at least early to mid-game. So I think setting up a full automation around this whole system is going to be valuable for us. So that's probably what I'm going to be working on the next few episodes, is getting that up and running so that we just have a steady supply of biodiesel coming in. It may involve making more thermopneumatic processing plants, because what I'll probably want to do is set up like, because you can do like, isn't there like a dispenser upgrade or something? Yeah, we'll try to auto-eject liquids into the adjacent tanks. So like, you know, if I set this up properly, right, we would get a fluid mixer in between this and this. So 2 thermopneumatic processing plants, each pushing their fluid into a fluid mixer, which then combines it into biodiesel. We should be able to automate this whole thing, I think. And worst case, obviously, we have the item and fluid transfer node thingies. And I'm sure there's some ways. So we're starting to get into the world of automation now, which is exciting to me. Because, you know, Diary loves his automation, right? But I should be able to do that. You hear some rustling nearby, as if some creature is approaching. Where is he? I want to, Mr. Goat, let's go. Come on, bring it, Goat. Where did he go? How did you? And then he drops an item a few seconds afterwards. He does occasionally drop diamonds, by the way. So just putting that out there. Just putting that out there, right? So, and then, so I've got my vegetable oil. So now yeast culture, ethanol was in what? That's in a thermopneumatic? Yeah. So, no, not vegetable oil, yeast culture. And that requires somewhere between 30 and 60 degrees C. That's going to be a little bit tricky. That's going to be a little bit tricky. Maybe... Maybe if I insulate it a little bit. That's our one poorly insulated block face. I mean, I can deal with one, right? I just want you to hit 30. Yeah, that I did not account for. So making yeast is easy and free, but turning it into ethanol might require a little bit of the right temperature, which we're going to have to figure out because blaze burner is way too hot. It will go above 60 easily. Let's see what we got going on here. So block heat properties. I'm looking for something that's going to be above 27C, but not too much above it, or at least slow. .27C is kind of like room temperature, if you will. So, liquid steam, molten plastic. Blocks of uranium will it's probably going to be not great. Also, I don't know if we've found uranium yet. Yeah, we haven't. So I might need a vortex. Can I do a vortex yet? I might need a vortex cannon for this. It's doable at this stage, right? Like, I can totally do that. I would just need to, like, super minimize the amount of air pressure going into it. But that should be doable. Yeah, I could manage that. All right, next episode's problem. For now, Delta, I sign off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Let's come back next time and figure out what we're gonna do. Like I said, we have some things that we need to think about for sure. Like, what if I threw... Here's a question. I got an idea. What if I just gave him a stick? Would that be... See, he went too high, right? But I would imagine that's going to chill out pretty quickly. And then will keep us in the zone long enough to craft. Kind of-ish. Automating that will be a challenge, but it at least gets us a little bit of ethanol, right? Getting that into the sweet spot will be tricky. For now, wrapping up point... Del20 sign off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Let's just come back next time and solve this problem. All right, for now, take it easy.